Good morning. It is Saturday, June 20th, 2020. Thank you very much for joining us. I don't see anybody live right now, but I know there'll be maybe one or two people showing up for the replay. So if you are coming in, thank you very much for stopping by. If you have not subscribed, please hit the red button below here, and you'll be instantly subscribed to this channel. And do me a favor and click the bell. And when you see the little menu, click all there. That way you can see, or you will know anytime I'm on the air or live on YouTube. Now, if you are experiencing some cutaways or some interruptions here, I don't know what's happening. Maybe everybody here in the hotel is using Wi-Fi. We'll just keep going on with this until I'm done talking. Every day seems to be crazier than the other. We'll start with professional wrestling, and basically there have been some charges against a wrestler that you probably know by the name of Velveteen Dream, a person who has been accused of grooming young men for what you would think. This has led to something called the speaking out movement in professional wrestling, and women and some men in the business, in all of the major and some of the minor promotions in the business, names you know, have come out and they have basically started talking about their instances being the target of sexual harassment. And there have been some names that you've probably have heard of who have been accused of this in a business that basically almost celebrated it under the aegis of people like Vince Russo and people like that. So that is going on, and you would think that that would be something that is trending, but it is not really. Yes, there have been some people who have talked about it, people who are talking about it here on YouTube, but not enough. Is one of the things that I've been looking at, because I am a kind of sort of wrestling fan. So we'll keep you posted on things like that. And then, of course, there's tomorrow, actually today in Tulsa, because this is Saturday, around about 7 p.m. Pacific time. Let me see. It's supposed to start at 7 in Tulsa, so that'll be 8, 7, 6, 5 p.m. here in Los Angeles. And I'm looking at this with some trepidation. I have joked about what the outcome could be for tomorrow. For those who don't know, the president is going to hold a rally, one of his patented rallies. Sorry about that. in Tulsa at the Bank of Oklahoma Center, or BOK Center. They are estimating that about 100,000 people will show up. Now, I don't know what the capacity of the BOK Center is. They don't have a lot of professional sports there. That will be Oklahoma. I don't know what the university situation in Tulsa is outside of Oral Roberts University. I think ORU has their own. So I don't know if 100,000 people will fit in that arena. But I would assume that there may be people outside to watch. Now there will be taking temperatures, and people, you probably heard, had to sign some disclaimer that no one ever reads, by the way. There will be some disclaimer that they're writing in. And Trump will be there, and he has been quoted by Axios as saying that he expects a wild night in Tulsa, which is not known for wild nights. So yesterday, Friday, Juneteenth, when Donald Trump was supposed to have his rally, but he kind of moved it away because he didn't want to, cause any problems or anything like that. Maybe too late for that already. There were people like Reverend Al Sharpton celebrating Juneteenth, which is supposed to be either the date of Black independence or the day that in that city, Tulsa, a strip of real estate that was known back then as Black Wall Street was burnt to the ground, and many people had died, and that it was all racially related. Just look up Juneteenth, Black Wall Street, Tulsa, and you'll probably know what happened there. So already we were talking about insensitivity in the part of Donald Trump that is beyond the pale. Now think of it. Now think of the scenario here. Number one, you have, I'd say, about a good 40,000 people inside a BOK Center. All close together. None of those people are wearing this. And they're spreading their germs and all that sort of stuff inside there in a closed area. With Trump there, probably he's not going to wear a mask. His press secretary, who's tagging along, will not wear a mask. And you'll have people shoulder to shoulder. Meanwhile, outside, you'll have a lot of other people shoulder to shoulder. And then you have possible demonstrators, and I probably would think there would be a couple of representatives from some of the various fringe groups, like the Proud Boys and Antifa, and some people who are not really there for a peaceful protest. And that is my opinion, not YouTube's or anybody else's. And then you have COVID-19, which in the city of Tulsa in the last few days did one hell of a spike. And on top of everything else, you've got all of the anger that's out there on both sides, and COVID-19, and Trump calling the mayor of Houston to lift the curfew. I think there was a curfew that was there. I think it was a 9 o'clock or 10 o'clock curfew. He wanted to lift it. In my opinion, this is a trap, and they're trying to trap the BLM movement, those people who are quietly protesting for justice. You throw in a few outside agitators, as we've called them. You've got problems right there as people leave the arena and people are meeting with others. And then, of course, you've got COVID-19 and people spreading that. This could be a disaster beyond any capacity you can think of. And tomorrow's going to be a very interesting night. Part of me is worried. Part of me is just curious, and there's a part of me I won't even talk about. Take a look at all the things that are going on right now. And I've just touched on a lot of things. I keep thinking about Jack Nicholson and Batman saying this town needs an enema. This country needs an enema. Excuse me, it's almost 1 a.m. And I'm finding out that you don't do these types of things at 1 or 2 o'clock in the morning. Oh, the reason why I'm wearing this, for 2 reasons: to encourage you to wear one, and you never know who may be knocking on the door at any time. So I hope this turns out all right. I apologize again for any interruptions or technical difficulties. We'll try again a little bit later on. Take care, everybody. We'll talk to you soon.